This young girl wakes up the next day and shockingly discovers that she has been kidnapped. When she opens her eyes, she finds herself inside an unknown room. The room is empty, cold, and completely unfamiliar. Before she even gets the chance to understand what is happening, the kidnappers gather sharp blades and different dangerous tools and begin walking into the room together, as there were many of them. She immediately understands that she cannot escape from this place, and she knows that these people are planning to kill her. The moment they step inside, they tell her something terrifying. They say that they are going to humiliate her and then kill her afterward. Hearing all of this in such a sudden and shocking moment, Sarah becomes completely heartbroken and full of fear. But even in this terrifying situation, she decides that she must do something, anything, to survive and find a way to escape from these cruel people. Welcome back to Movie Unlimited. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. The movie begins by showing us Sarah, a 25-year-old young woman who is not married. Sarah works in a finance company, and the movie shows us that she is the only child of her parents. At this point in her life, she has a strong desire to move away and start a fresh life in another city. After a few days, Sarah decides to go to Hollywood to begin her new life. When she arrives in Hollywood, she finds a job, and her next step is to look for a place to live. Nearby, she sees many apartments that are available, but most of them are for sale. However, Sarah is searching for something to rent, not buy. She is told that there is an apartment for rent somewhere nearby, an apartment known to be peaceful. The next day, without wasting any time, Sarah goes to check the place out. She walks inside and looks carefully around the room. After exploring it, she becomes completely fascinated and instantly falls in love with the apartment. Even better, the people who live nearby are all kind and sociable. It is easy to connect with them, and they make her feel welcomed. They even treat Sarah like she is their child. There are many different people living there, including older and elderly residents, all of whom accept her with warm smiles. Sarah becomes happy with their reception and feels as if she has found the perfect place. That same day, she explains that she is interested in renting the apartment and pays 6 months of rent in advance. The manager then explains all the rules that she must follow while living there. The manager's name is Jerry. In the movie, Jerry explains that he is the one who watches over the apartments and manages everything. He tells Sarah that while she is living here, she must follow the rules strictly. She is not allowed to come home late, and she must never arrive later than 10 p.m. He warns her clearly that she must respect this time limit. She is also not allowed to bring many friends over. And she cannot watch TV too loudly or play loud music because the people living in the building are elderly, and loud noise will disturb them. The community values peace and quiet. Sarah accepts all the terms and tells Jerry she will respect the rules. She then begins her new life in the apartment. That night, she enjoys a peaceful sleep, until suddenly, in the middle of the night, she hears a strange and frightening sound. It is a noise she has never heard before in her life. Even though she cannot understand where the sound is coming from, it continues throughout the entire night without stopping. Because of this, Sarah is unable to sleep at all. The next morning, even though she is frustrated and upset, she prepares to go to work. On her way out, she meets her neighbor Brian. Brian is a polite and friendly man, and he speaks to Sarah kindly. He explains that when she comes back from work later that day, he would like to take her out for dinner and show her around the neighborhood, since he heard she is new in town. Sarah likes him the moment she sees him, and from that day on, they begin spending time together after work every evening. Now it has been 4 days since Sarah moved into the apartment. She enjoys almost everything about it, except for the strange sound that keeps disturbing her at night. Still, Sarah is happy because all the neighbors treat her with respect, and she loves the calm environment. That night, she takes a shower before going to sleep and then lies down to rest. But shockingly, the next morning when she wakes up, she finds herself locked inside a strange room she has never seen before. The movie shows us that this room has no exit, and she has no idea how she got here. She is completely confused and terrified. Sarah shouts and demands to know who did this to her. Immediately, her neighbor Brian enters the room, but this time, he is holding sharp blades and different tools meant for hurting people. He tells Sarah that he is going to torture her and that she must accept the apartment rules. He explains that everything he is doing is part of the apartment system. Sarah is shocked and cannot believe the words coming out of his mouth. She tries to escape, running as fast as she can, but many of the apartment residents chase her from behind. They follow her into every room she enters. Soon, they catch her, drag her back through the same door she escaped from, and force her onto the ground. They tell Sarah that she must go through the same training that they once experienced. Sarah still has no idea why they are doing this. Then she learns something even more horrifying. They have killed her cat, the cat she loved so much. They boiled it and burned it. Sarah is devastated. She begs them to forgive her, telling them she will change and do anything they want. She pleads with them to stop hurting her. but the people explain that everything they are doing is part of the apartment's rules. If Sarah does not accept these rules, they will kill her. Sarah is shocked beyond belief. They tell her to place her hands on the wall. Then, using large nails, they stab her hands into the wall and pin her there. They explain that she must not move away from that wall ever again. Sarah is heartbroken. She never imagined that such a nightmare would happen to her after moving to a new city and renting a new apartment. Every time she tries to escape, she realizes that everyone in the building is part of this cruel group, so they catch her and bring her back. Now her hands are wounded, bruised, and full of pain. After forcing her to remain nailed to the wall the entire day, they remove the nails at night and take her back to her apartment. They clean and cover her wounds and explain that she is now a member of the apartment community. Everyone who is a member of this apartment community has a hand like this, marked and injured the same way. And now, because Sarah went through the same painful process, they tell her she is finally allowed to live with them. She now has permission to stay as part of their group. Sarah is shocked by everything she has experienced. She never expected any of this to happen. She stays quiet and still, simply watching to see what they plan to do next. At this point, one thing becomes clear for Sarah. If she ever wants to escape from this nightmare, she must first pretend to be like them. She must act the same way they do and agree with everything they demand from her. Because she understands this, she begins to follow their rules, even though her heart is filled with fear. They explain to her that everyone who rents an apartment here must go through the same painful experience. Only then do they accept a person as part of their community. And on top of that, Sarah is still not allowed to leave the apartment building. She has been missing work for days. One day, Brian, the same man who tortured her before, takes her into another room. Inside this room, there is a camera showing many recordings. The videos reveal that every moment of every person's suffering has been recorded. Everything they went through to follow the apartment rules is saved as footage. Sarah realizes that the moment she moved in, they had been watching her. Northwest One in this place can do anything without being noticed. Now, because Sarah has been cooperating with them, they begin to like her. They tell her proudly that from now on, they will take care of her and make her future bright. But then, something shocking happens. They suddenly wed her to another person named Lester, one of her neighbors in the apartment. Everyone in the building is present while they force this strange wedding. Sarah only cooperates because she wants to survive. She knows she has no other choice. That night, Lester takes her to his apartment. Then he tells her the heartbreaking story of his past. 2 years ago, he came to this apartment with his wife. They tortured his wife, and then they killed her. Lester explains that they also took his eye and blinded him. Now he confesses that he, too, wants to escape from this place. When Sarah hears this, she is shocked and filled with sadness. It has been 2 years, and Lester has tried many times to escape, but he has failed every single time. For 2 whole years, he was unable to get away from them. Sarah then starts to lose hope. She begins thinking, if Lester, who has been trapped here for so long, couldn't escape, who am I to think I can escape? How am I any different? From that day on, Sarah and Lester start speaking together about possible escape plans. They try to figure out how they can leave this place and survive. Meanwhile, Sarah is made to work with Brian every day, watching the cameras and observing what everyone inside the apartment is doing. Little by little, she begins to understand more about how this cruel community operates. The next day, another girl named Lisa arrives to rent an apartment. Sarah and the others watch her through the camera. The group discusses it and agrees to give Lisa one of the available rooms. That night, manager Jerry goes to her and gives her the apartment key. Lisa goes to sleep peacefully, having no idea what is waiting for her. But in the middle of the night, she wakes up suddenly, tied up just like Sarah had been. The same horrible torture begins. Her hands are smashed with a nail, and she is beaten. Sarah watches everything on the camera. Seeing another young woman suffering the same pain she went through breaks her heart. She wants to save Lisa, but she doesn't have the strength. At the same time, she notices a metal object lying near her. Suddenly, without hesitation, she grabs the metal object and stabs Jerry in the neck. When everyone sees Sarah attacking Jerry, they immediately start chasing her to catch her. But Sarah, filled with courage and fear at the same time, runs away as fast as she can. Before she escapes the room, she grabs Jerry's gun. She then runs to Lester and pulls him with her, trying to help him escape as well. They run together as fast as possible. But shockingly, the apartment people catch up to them. The movie shows us that Lester is captured and beaten. They kill him on the spot. Sarah, however, is lucky enough to reach another door and escape before they grab her. She runs, and runs, and runs, using all the strength she has left. She does not stop running until she reaches the police station. She is ready to report everything the apartment people have done to her and to many others. She is filled with relief because she finally escaped from that horrible life. But her heart is broken knowing Lester was caught and killed. The movie ends by showing Sarah running away and escaping that nightmare. Dear viewers, this was all the movie 1BR 2019 was all about. Let us know your thoughts about the movie down in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to join our family. Until next time, when we come back with a new movie, stay safe and stay tuned.